Lagos.
Okay. What does Lagos State do with buildings that robbers, kidnappers, or such people are found in?
Well, I don't know whether we have demolished anyone.
Yeah, but
what governor does is to take those people. We arrest you because we will get you.
What happens to the building?
Well, I don't know. We will not demolish anyone.
Yeah, but what's the policy?
The governor.
Of the state?
No, I don't know the policy. I don't know the policy, but we have not demolished one. Because the governor is a very careful lawyer.
You know, it doesn't matter, you know, let's not even go into the politics of that, because it is very important. I think that those are the kind of things that, you know, makes people question a policy like that, the part where you just take people and drop them. But this is not the first time. And in every situation where these things have been reported, was it in Ogun State, where somebody was actually missing their child who was deaf and dumb for God knows how long, and it wasn't until after a year they finally found this child who was, you know, dropped amongst beggars or so in Ogun State, on the borderline in Aro, somewhere in Ogun State. You know, there seems to be a lacuna here in terms of communication with other governments. If you're saying that other governments are dropping the ball somewhere, you know, are not living up to their responsibilities, what are you doing to make sure that they take responsibility for those things? Is it by just leaving those people helpless and hapless, you know, at the borders of the states where they're perceived to be from?
Every state, including Anambra State and Lagos State, you know, have learned lessons in this matter. That if a governor communicates to you on a very serious matter, you have to be responsive and responsible. If it has to do with human beings, you just ignore it. If the liaison officer had given information to the governor, we wouldn't have been in this mess, and the governor acted responsibly and responsive enough, we wouldn't have had this problem. As you're dropping they wouldn't even get to Onitsha in the first place.
But in the first place, why take them back? Because I'm trying to look at the law in the country that says you can stay and live anywhere you really want to stay. And if you're sure that they are already rehabilitated and they're now sane beings, why take them back to the state of origin?
Is it everybody that you see on this? You know, people talk about, I'm happy that you did not use the word deportation this morning, because that's what they have been using. And I say you can't tell that lie. Because I know that nobody moved buses searching from seat to seat and going to the markets and putting people there and dropping them somewhere in Onitsha or somewhere in where I come from. It's because of the peculiar situation that we have. You know, like I said, we drive past through these people out on a daily basis and nobody pays attention. Now everybody is screaming. You see, I don't run away from controversy. My own is to bridge the gap between my people.
What I'm trying to ask is the right things have got to be done. Yeah. Yes, it's understandable that states want, people should obey the law and live decently in every part of the country. But the law is also there, and then how you move people from one place to the other, it's also there. I mean, Chief talked about false imprisonment. So even if it's well intended on the part of any state, Lagos inclusive, if you take people from one place to the other, or if you take them from one location to this rehabilitation center, if it's against their will, that's false imprisonment. And so you can't even take that first step, let alone the second step of moving them to another state. If they're properly rehabilitated, then integrate them into the society.
What happened is trying to be proactive or hyperactive.
Yeah,
in matters of security. We have seen a situation where people who sell or pretend to be selling oranges, you know, had bombs, you know, planted somewhere, recently in Kano. And Lagos is just trying to be proactive. This is the only city that's working for now. This is the only city where 80% of our
within that proactivity, they also have to do it within the confines of the law.
Because we've seen people hidden as destitute, you know, and do some funny things. So
the question will arise, how do we know of a certainty that those people actually wanted to be relocated or were seeking reuniting between Lagos and their families?
If you don't believe if you don't believe what the governor told you, then there's nothing to discuss.
But in closing this, but in closing this, you would agree that Lagos made a mistake in this?
Yes.
Let's not be talking about
nobody is above
mistakes. And I make a big goof. That's the station you talk about, not about me.
And I can tell you that this will never happen again. This will never happen again.
Is it the policy or the way it was carried out? Which one?
No, I mean probably the way it was carried out. The way it was carried out. You know, you delegate duties, you don't know how it is done. Probably I'm the one. I have asked somebody to do something for me and he failed. And next time, you have to use somebody that is sensible. That's why that's how I want my people to say it. Governor cannot be everywhere same time. And if it's on both sides, Anambra State government, Lagos State government.
Yeah.
But I put my blames, squarely on the part of Anambra people that they were not responsible, Anambra State government that were not responsible and responsive enough. Because what it would have taken the licensing officer in Lagos is 2 minutes on the laptop and send the information to the governor of Anambra State. And he said, oh, my people, you go and evacuate them because there's provision for these things.
Yeah, but even if they didn't respond properly and duly,
why would they not respond in matters of this nature?
That's besides
why would they not respond?
That's besides the point.
Why are they playing police about it? Why is it that the governor, instead of going to communicate with the fellow governor, decided to go to the press to make a political matter out of it? Assuming
without conceding that were the case, Lagos State cannot move people from Lagos to another state without recourse to the law. The law is there. It's got to be obeyed. Well, it's a good thing we're moving forward now.
We are talking about the same law. The same law made a governor to go and demolish a building. He is the judge, he is the executioner, he is this and that. What happens to the fundamental rights of ownership? That's what I'm talking about.
There you bring the political sentiments again. But
that is politics.
But the law 2015
is just election in Anambra State is just about
the law says you can't.
As I speak to you now, somebody said the candidate of APC must not come to Anambra State to campaign. Now I must not come there. I say politics. We will come there. And if you stand on our way, we know what to do.
Well, but all parties... I
don't want to send a signal to them.
They cannot move one person from one state to the other without recourse to the law. But it's interesting you say, well, mistakes were made. It won't happen again. We're all moving forward now. But thank you for coming on. Joe Ibukwe is a former ACN PRO in Lagos. Even though we didn't have time to ask you about this tricycle, but maybe another day.
Which one is this tricycle? Is it the moving machine called APC?
There you go. Oh, it's called